What's going on, guys? This week I'm driving the all-new 2018 BMW X2. Let's take a closer look. To be a little more specific, this is the xDrive 28i. Now, BMW classifies this as a sports activity vehicle, which is cool, but it's basically just a small SUV. It's based on the X1 platform, but it's more of a coupe style than the X1. As well as sharing a platform with the X1, this BMW shares a platform with the Mini Clubman and Countryman and the 1 Series sedan. There are two options when it comes to getting your X2. One would be an X2 sDrive 28i and the other an X2 xDrive 28i. The big difference here is the xDrive is BMW's all-wheel drive model and the sDrive is a front-wheel drive platform. One of the things to take note of with the exterior style is these inverted kidney grills. Those inverted kidney grills create a new look for BMW, who's looking for a fresh take on their iconic design. Up front, you get LED headlights with cornering lights as well as LED fog lights. I think the wheels look really good on this vehicle as well. On standard trims, you get an 18-inch wheel, but can also get a 19 or 20-inch wheel. The ones that we are rocking on our tester are the 19-inch M wheels. You also get a throwback badge on the C-pillar, as you wouldn't want anyone to mistake that this compact SUV is anything but a BMW. No matter what trim you choose, under the hood you'll get a 2.0-liter twin-power turbo 4-cylinder engine. That's good for 228 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque. All that is pushed through an 8-speed Steptronic automatic transmission. The all-wheel drive trim will get you from 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds, while the front-wheel drive version will do it in 6.6 seconds. All right, so let's move along to the interior of the X2. All right, well, it should be no surprise that the interior of the BMW X2 is really nice. It's BMW quality. Even though this is more of an entry-level SUV for BMW, it definitely still has BMW quality, which we'll take a closer look at right now. The interior size is pretty good considering how small of an SUV it is. The back seats are usable even with adults, although I wouldn't want to be taking this on long road trips packed full of large Texas men. All right, like I said, this is the 2018 BMW X2 xDrive 28i. Total retail price is $50,920. So it's $51,000 for this small, sporty BMW SUV. If you have a phone that has wireless charging, BMW has you covered with a charging pocket in the center console. This car features iDrive 6.0, which is BMW's newest infotainment setup, and it all works really well. You also get a full-color heads-up display that can show navigation guidance, collision warnings, as well as your speed and the speed limits on the road you're driving on. Let's take a second to talk about Apple CarPlay. I love Apple CarPlay. If you've seen some of my other videos, every car that has Apple CarPlay automatically gives an extra little bump for me because not having to use the internal system. I listen to music and podcasts and stuff on my phone a lot when I'm driving. So having the Apple ecosystem on my car is just fantastic. BMW made the decision to charge for Apple CarPlay, so it's an extra option. It's $300 for the privilege of using Apple CarPlay, which BMW can do whatever they want. I'm sure it's passing along a cost that Apple might be passing to them, but it kind of sucks when you're spending $51,000 and you got to pay $300 of that is just to have the privilege of Apple CarPlay. Now, it is wireless Apple CarPlay, so you don't even have to have your phone plugged in. You can connect to it through Wi-Fi with iDrive 6.0, which is really awesome. If you saw my BMW 5 Series video that I did last year, it was the first vehicle that they implemented that in, and I thought that was fantastic. It's in this vehicle too, but it's going to cost you $300. Driving wise, we do have the M Sport X package on this vehicle, and driving wise it drives really well. It actually feels more like a rally car kind of thing than like driving an SUV. You are a little bit lower down than an SUV. You've got this coupe-like roof, and it's a really responsive steering, and especially with this all-wheel drive system, getting it into some gravel is a lot of fun. But if it's not all-wheel drive, this thing is based on a front-wheel drive platform, which is pretty new for BMW, and I'm not sure if I like that or not. The drive is firm thanks to some M Sport suspension. That being said, it has very little road noise and it's not uncomfortable at all for day-to-day driving. It can actually be quite fun, as I've said, with the all-wheel drive model if you take it on some loose gravel. The X2 with all-wheel drive is rated at 31 miles per gallon highway and 21 miles per gallon city. During my week with the vehicle, I averaged 22.8 miles to the gallon. Competition-wise, you could also look at vehicles like the Jaguar E-Pace, the Land Rover Discovery Sport, the Infiniti QX30, or the Volvo XC40, as well as many others here and coming really quickly in the future. I've had limited time with a few of these vehicles and no time with others, but I can tell you that the Land Rover Discovery Sport is a compelling option, as well as the new Volvo XC40. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the X2 in the comments down below, and as always, thanks for watching.